Clover review, episode 38.
This is the two of the most handsome, sexiest hosts you ever gonna meet on an anime channel.
Can you read the episode of the title?
I could, and I will now. The Magic Knights Captain Conference.
Thank you, because I was just waiting for that. I'm like,
I was going to introduce ourselves too. You know, give a chance to do that.
I was going to do it after.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's just a vacation.
I got you.
So yeah, so my name is Miguel.
This is Ty.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you like us. Subscribe down below. And let's continue getting down to business, guys.
And comment too. Let us know how you feel about us.
Yes. So let's get down to business.
Yes, let's get down to the business.
So this episode, I like it.
It was cool.
It was a great ending of the arc to the epilogue of the episode. Like talking about the conclusion, what happened, everything.
Right.
The first half was great comic relief. Honestly, I think the first half of the episode had better animation than the second half.
I actually agree with that.
To me, and it's weird. Why would you put less work in the animation on the captains when the captains will be more important characters than putting more on the comedy relief side, which was a bit off-putting, was a bit weird.
Right. I mean, it's studio period. Sometimes they make wacky decisions. Sometimes it could be maybe they didn't feel like the second half was more important than the actual first half, because the first half is where everything got resolved, or the, how you call it? The
Epilogue,
right? The epilogue of the arc. So maybe they felt like that was more important than the actual second half of
But to me, the first half was technically comic relief, because in honestly, we have 4 parts of the comic relief. Well, the first half of the first part was Asta coming into realization that he's been asleep for a whole day.
Right.
And then Mimosa is the one that's actually trying to heal him.
Right.
And Klaus was the one that was most worried about him. Was hilarious. Like Klaus, when Klaus first met Asta, he hated his guts.
Oh yeah.
But then throughout the whole season now, Klaus actually has affection for her. Like, he actually cares for Asta. And then Noelle is a bit jealous of.
Oh man, Noelle, man. She was just jealous the whole episode, basically.
Yes, she was. The first half of the arc. I mean, the first half of the episode.
Oh, no.
But, and then Asta and Yuno continue their back and forth about them being the Wizard King. Was very hilarious, that part.
Oh, definitely.
But my favorite comedy bit of this first half was honestly the kiss from Rebecca kissing Asta, and Noelle reacted. She's like, wait, what?
Now, you know, at that time, I'm about to say Black Clover. At that time, Asta would usually think about Sister Mary. I didn't see none of that this episode.
He did like heel shots. He's like, I didn't. He's like, oh yes, oh my gosh, she just kissed me.
Yep, and then he had those eyes and stuff like he usually have. And
And what's crazy, like, I'm just like, why are you still worrying about Sister Lily? Like, she's a nun, my boy. Like, you got Rebecca Scarlet, which honestly, I do like her name though.
I do too. I do. Rebecca Scarlet. Yeah. Right on the nose.
And something I like about her, like, she's a good cook and everything. She's very independent.
She go with kids. She go with kids
and everything. The same thing with Asta. He's good with kids because he had 4 or 3 younger siblings in the church, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And Noah was jealous, and Noah was thinking like, Asta likes a girl that knows how to cook. Like, maybe I should.
You know she hard with cook. She got it.
Remember, she's a noble. She's rich.
Oh, definitely. So, right. I mean, she's like the ugly stepchild of that family.
Yeah.
Mind you.
And the one of the third comedy bit, it was with the bread eating contest, which was obviously who's gonna win. It was Charming who's gonna win. Like, she's the one that eats all the time. Who you expect to eat?
Like, I bet she could beat Goku.
I was about to bring that up.
Bruh. She give Goku one for his money. I think so.
But wait, I was about to ask you, who do you think is a better eater? Goku, Charming, or Luffy?
Oh, Luffy, you can't put him in that. You can't put him in that. We gonna take him out real quick because he got limits. We saw that in Cracker. You know, when he fought Cracker.
I don't think he has limits. I think he has limits when he's fighting, but when he's eating,
just regular.
Just regular eating, because don't forget, because remember he was passing in Drossosa? No, not in Drossosa. In the arc, not Whole Cake.
Which one? Oh, this was before. Pre.
In Water 7.
Alabasta.
And also in Alabasta, that he was eating while he was sleeping.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So,
yeah.
So when he's eating, I don't think he has limits. When he's fighting, he has limits because like he has to focus on either eating or fighting.
Right.
So that's why I feel like Luffy has some type of chance in this competition between Charmy, Goku, and Luffy there.
Okay. I would still say Charmy though.
Charmy?
I would still say Charmy. And I love Goku, but I would definitely say Charmy.
To me, with eating, I think it would be Charmy too, because she's a little. Technically, she's a tall ass person, but she just like shrinks herself. I don't understand.
Right. This girl eat like literally every episode we've seen her in. She's been eating. Literally every episode.
Everybody in this gang of Black Clover has something they always do. Charmy, she always eats. Vanessa, she always drinks.
Right.
So. Like everybody does one thing their specialty at, and Luck is always fighting.
Right.
And the Magna, he's always burning. So like he brings his own food, and he said, "Oh no, this food just tastes nasty."
But yo, actually, that's a good question. Actually, who is a drinker in like anime? Who can drink like the most? Kind of like versus Goku's eating.
Well, Vanessa could drink a lot.
Yeah, I know her, but like, who would you put her up against?
Jiraiya. He drinks a lot too.
Oh.
He's always drinking.
That's true.
When he took when he took care of Naruto, he was always out spending money, or he was always drinking, and also Tsunade.
I was about to say that too.
She was about drinking and she was also gambling.
True that. Use case mom.
On Fairy Tail, one of the most popular person I saw that likes to drink, Kana. She's known for drinking, so like Vanessa. She's always in a drunk. The only time she has a fight is when spoilers for the Fairy Tail. Because mute this for like 20 seconds from now.
20 seconds. Go.
Kana, she's always drinking. The only time she don't drink is when she protects Fairy Tail and when she fights for her father, Good Arts. That's one time she actually don't drink. Because that's when she takes serious, and that's it really. Other than that, she's always drinking.
Oh, okay.
We're back. Good.
Ooh.
But yes, other than that, that's a good question for the drinking part. But what else did you like about the first half before we go to the second half? Well, other than the contest, the kiss, and about Asta being recovering.
Honestly, the funniest thing for me was the kiss.
The kiss, right?
Yeah, that was like the funniest thing out of that whole situation of the first half.
So that,
but let's get to the second half.
The second half, we met 3 new captains that we haven't met. One of them.
Do you want to pronounce this to me?
I'll pronounce one.
You said one.
No, 2. I will give you the hardest one.
Oh, thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
So we met the sleepiest one of how Yami got mad at. Like, can you stop sleeping the whole time and talk?
Like, you still sleeping. It's been since the second episode you sleeping. What's going on?
It was Dorothy the Unsworth. That was the one that was sleeping. And to me, she's just adorable. She's just there sleeping, and she had the little nice bubble there. That was, to me, was adorable and so cool right there. It was cool.
Kind of nasty though. You got that spit like snot bubble just popping like.
Well, it's pretty cool. Like it gives her some type of characteristic of her, so it's pretty cool.
I mean, that's a big ass snot.
And I think the MVP of the second half, where like
it's real.
Where he like the youngest captain.
Yeah.
That was mentioned from.
Yeah.
No, it was mentioned from Jack the Ripper that he's the youngest captain inside of the Magic Knights.
How old did he say he was? 15,
I think he's 15 or 16.
16, yeah.
Rill Boismortier. And until you guys see his backstory, his backstory is sad. When you guys get a chance to see it, 2 arcs from now, his backstory is sad. I think it's 2 arcs from now, but his backstory is sad.
Well, I can't talk about it.
But he's OP though.
Oh, he OP. Oh.
But he's OP.
Yeah.
But I like this character a lot. Like, he tried to... 3 times he said, "This atmosphere is heavy. The air is heavy. How can I change it? Let me just bring one of the captains that just almost died, that has his arm cut off,
Everybody looked at him like, what?
Like,
how dare
you? But the captain of Nozo, he said, you better not make fun of him. Like, both of them just stare at him like, you're making fun of the captain. Like, both of them just give the stare.
Right.
And then he tried to do it one more time and tried to do the braid.
Oh yeah, he said, yo, Silver was like, yo, listen, you do that, I'm killing you. So you
like,
better be ready for that.
He said, like, I see you doing something. Don't do it. He's like, damn, your braids are really hard. Like, I was laughing for the last chapter.
The last episode.
I think last episode. Oh, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Where they show us about how he does his braiding own stuff. I was dying. Like, once he tried to do his braid, like, it gave me a little flashback about his own braid too.
Or I'm like, that take him like 20 hours to do, 10 hours, or something like that to do. Yeah.
And then we also met one of the last captain, which Yami even said, I hate your laugh.
And then he said, now is the time to bring it up?
Yeah, like, now it's time to bring it up.
Really? You gonna bring that up now?
Like in this conversation?
Alright. I'm gonna get this wrong, so
he definitely is.
Let's go for it. I think this dude's name is Gueldre Poizot.
I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Gueldre Poizot.
Gueldre Poizot.
The guy from the Purple Orca. So that was the 3 captains we met.
Yeah, white name.
We also met another character. It was Mars. Is the
Mars' son
is the Wizard King assistant.
2002.
Or of how Yami
Mushroom Head.
Yes, of how Yami likes to call him Mushroom Head. Wow. And then now Asta started calling him Mushroom Head. It was hilarious.
Oh, definitely.
And then we see
especially that short though too.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're gonna talk about that later. But yeah.
And of how Asta is starting to be more useful for the Wizard King because of his anti-magic.
Right.
And something I want to bring about that is very hilarious how back when he first did not have his Grimoire, he felt useless in his hometown.
Right.
With no magic. And being the most famous person, having a cool magic. Then once he got his Grimoire, his 4-leaf Clover, Asta didn't get his Grimoire, he still felt useless. Now months later, after he has Grimoire, he must be so proud of being so useful even for the Wizard King.
Oh yeah, he's stoked, man.
Plus even being called just to be helpful for the Wizard King. Even though just to bring a sword and just do tack. Just to do 2 taps.
Just snap them out of his magic. It was,
Just to do 2 anti-magic. To me, that's really beautiful. A character element that he felt so determined to be the next Wizard King. And now he's being right, head and center, being useful for the current Wizard King. And that's really beautiful to see.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because Asta is like, like you or me. Or like Sam, or anybody else that felt like they were useless because they couldn't do certain things like everybody else could. So now you have somebody, now when he actually has the power, now he's useful to somebody as powerful as the Wizard King.
Yes,
and anybody in that position would just feel like so much, just feel so happy and just feel so confident and powerful because of something like that. I actually wanted to bring something up too. Do you think Asta at this point is OP?
No, because he has limits.
Right.
Because he keeps learning and experiencing through battles. Because he hasn't stopped going through battles each time. Because for him, he keeps battling and learning on the fly. Like, just what Asta even said, that, hey, you're going to learn the key right now. It's something that even the one of the captains from the Purple Orca, I don't want to pronounce his name, but you know the guy I'm talking about. He even mentioned about the Spade Kingdom. So we have, so in the Clover Kingdom, we fought the Diamond Kingdom in the beginning. Right. He mentioned the Diamond Kingdom and the Spade Kingdom.
Right.
The only one that we haven't heard yet about is the Heart Kingdom. And obviously there's a heart because if you play the card games, there's there's Diamonds, Clover, Heart, Spades. That's how it goes. So there's only one more. There's one more kingdom that we haven't met yet, and that's interesting. I wonder when we're gonna get it. Because now we just spoiled but we haven't even seen it yet in the manga. We haven't even met the Heart Kingdom yet.
I feel like they're gonna be like one of the most overpowered.
I thought so too. Because from what I can tell, I think Diamond Kingdom is the weakest, and then I think it's Clover, and then Heart, and then Spade. If you go by the game of the cards, that's how it should be. It's just like in the Queens of Hearts in the Alice of Wonderland. It was Sam mentioned, because it's something like that. And that's how I see it. I think Spades might be the most powerful kingdom, and Heart. But most likely Clover might go on top, since they're having Asta and Yuno them to be the next future of the generations.
True. Oh, and also one more thing before we leave. There's a traitor in the midst.
That's what I was about to bring up before we go.
Right.
We can't really say any guesses, but we want to know from your guys, who do you think is the traitor in the Black Clover kingdom?
It's easy. You'll know who it is. It's easy.
But before we go, there's also something that the captains even asked one of the captains that came in late and hasn't been showing up to the meetings.
Right.
The
I wonder what his deal.
The captain of the Dawns,
Vengeance.
Yes. Yami and Nozo even ask him, "Where have you been? Why you keep coming late? What is this? What is this type of thing that you've been avoiding?
Right.
Why can't you come?" And then Strap asked him, "Do you have light magic?" And he just said yes, but in a very sarcastic way, and then didn't even bother saying, "Oh no, I'm just joking." Everybody just stared at him and it was interesting.
Yep.
And everybody are suspicious now, and even at the end of this cliffhanger of this traitor aspect was very hilarious.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh man, I can't wait for you guys to actually see who it is. But like Miguel said, for right now, talking to comments, who do you think is the traitor among the captains?
But we cannot leave this review without mentioning the man of the hour, the Wizard King with his grill face and so serious. He's been who is the traitor, motherfucker? He's just staring at that who's about to die. I just love him. He's so savagey.
Yeah, he a gangster.
He is.
Oh, he a real gangster.
He is.
Oh, he definitely is.
Most definitely is.
He's a New York gangster.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
you ever seen New Jack City? You ever seen that? You ever seen that? You ever seen this? Anyway,
because they know he was just reacting to the man from behind the camera.
I'm sorry. You ever seen it?
No, not either.
Damn. Anyway, all right. So there's a point in the in the movie, right? You got Wesley Snipes. He going around the circle,
Spoilers.
right? Spoilers, but it's like 20-year-old movie.
I bet you.
I think so. I'm sorry. Spoiler. Anyway, so he's going around the table and he's pissed about something, and he got White Wilder on his chain, right? And he's going around the corner, and then he says, I forgot what he said, but he was pissed. So he goes behind one dude because one dude says something, and then he was like, he took the chain, and they just choke him like this, like, how dare you? Don't you do this to me? Bruh. That's what he is.
With that, bruh, we're gonna announce the content that we've been starting since last week.
Yeah.
It goes to the end of the month of July 30th. That is only 3 ways to enter. And it's
3 ways.
Like the page on Facebook, Anime Lately. Second, follow us on Twitter at Anime Lately GNG. Third, subscribe to us. Simple things. And also, what helps if you comment down below. That also helps for you to gain a chance. And it'll be 2 posters, 1 bag. One will be from the family of Naruto, not exactly the poster from Naruto. And second will be a bag from Naruto, not Naruto himself. Third will be from a movie poster. Sadly, I want to take one of those posters too, just saying, so it's that good with the poster.
We had to convince him not to take that poster and just run away with it.
So it'll be 3 prizes. So guys, very simple. Just our goal is 500 subscribers that we want to reach by the end of July. So tell your friends, family, sisters, abuelas, grandfather, everybody.
Tell your girl.
Yes. Your man. Your cousins.
Ew. I'm just joking.
Anyway, with that, let's ill our way out. That's a bad segue. That's a horrible segue.
Yeah,
anyway, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeLadyGNG.
Oh, we have too much fun here. Follow us on Anime Lately Official Geeks and Gamers. That's our Facebook page.
Our group page.
Our group page, I'm sorry. And please check out our like page so you can get updated on content as well.
Yes. And guys, don't forget, we have a Patreon page.
Yes.
And the house, the descriptions are down below for everything we're saying. And shout out to Thomas Gilkey, one of us Patreon person that's been in the longest.
Can't wait to see you next week, brother. Stay tuned. Yes, and we have a Geeks and Gamers podcast titled Geeks and Gamers Radio Network. Check that out on Podbean and iTunes, respectively.
And with that, like us,
comment,
subscribe,
and press the bell notification so you're aware when we got your new content.
Yes. Peace out, anime geeks.
Later.
#Black Clover.